What's up, you guys? Thank you for joining me. It's another episode, season 6 of the And Now We Know show. I am your host, Jonnie Kae, and I'm so excited to introduce you guys to yet another special guest. I have nothing but special guests, you guys. I'm on season 6, so that's a lot of special people. And today, I have a dope artist. He's a rapper. He's joining us through Zoom because he's like, I forgot where he is. Yeah, so we're gonna just talk to him and get to know him a little bit. He has a lot of things going on with his music. He has a dope sound. You guys can judge. Let's go ahead and get into this interview. His name is Contagious. All right, you guys, we are sitting here with Contagious. I'm excited to interview him today. First thing I want to talk to you about is, where are you from? Can you let us know?
Yeah, originally, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Contagious. Originally, I am from Romania, in Eastern Europe. I was born in an orphanage, and I was adopted at 5. So that's where I'm originally from.
Wow, yes. That was a lot right there. So you're adopted? I didn't know that. You're adopted?
Yeah, I was adopted at 5. Yeah.
Wow, what's that like?
Honestly, you know what? It's a dope experience. I'm blessed. Praise to the Most High, and it just was a challenging thing, but once I understood and was, my mindset was more thankful than being like, oh, this is weird, So it's definitely a blessing.
It is. You're fortunate because you were 5 years old. Some people don't get adopted till like teenage years.
Yeah, no doubt.
And they're just in the system.
Yeah,
wow. It's
crazy.
You're fortunate. Yeah. You're very fortunate.
Yeah.
So your style is dope. I love your style. Were you always this creative, or did you discover your sound over time?
You know what? When I was younger, I would consider myself as a nerd, but I really wanted to fit in. So, coming to America at 5, and then, being put into like public school and looking at everybody else kind of have more, popular friends. And I always wanted to fit in. But as time progressed, I think I started finding myself more as I was going through the system, and when I mean the system is like foster care, group homes. I started to really dig deep into myself, and that's where I really found my connection within myself. But I would say that my inspiration really comes from the right men around me. For instance, I have, my manager, John, and then I have my manager, Coach Ed, and then I also have my right-hand producer, Rolo. And that they really just inspired me, and again, really had me focused, So when I have the right people around me, that inspires me to go harder, and just be able to be more focused and concentrated,
Wow, that's really dope. Who inspired you to make music? This
is a good question, yes. So who inspired me for sure is Michael Jackson, Sam Cooke, Ohio Players, Aretha Franklin, Teddy Riley, producer, Boyz II Men, Jodeci. I mean, the list goes on. But one of my biggest inspirations when I was young was really Chris Brown. I loved his energy. I loved his cognitive style, just a really dope presence. And then as the list goes on, like Usher, Trey Songz, just a lot of different people that really inspired me because of their lyrics, the motivation inside the lyrics. And I just knew that I could fit in to be that artist,
Interesting.
So shout out to the old school 90s baby.
Like all of the people you're inspired by are like R&B artists and like pop stars and not rappers.
Yeah.
I wonder.
When I was younger, I wanted to be, in the rap scene, but I actually, as I gradually got older, I found my true voice within singing. So it's more, I would say 100% singer, songwriter, but I love the passion for music, period. I'm not just based on R&B. I love everything.
You're very versatile. Your music, especially like your recent song that you have out right now, it's like it's like a sing, like you are singing, but you are rapping at the same time. Like you know how you just have a melody with your flow. Yeah, I love it. How would you describe your music to people that haven't heard it yet?
a couple ways that I would put this to you guys is I'm contagious, of course, but the reason I go by contagious is because of my story. It only took me to tell you that I was adopted for you to, be like, wow, and I want people to be able to feel catched. Like, I want to be able to grab you and have you, you know what I mean? And you'll feel a lot of R&B old school, but you'll also feel the new school in me, So I want people to be able to gravitate within who I am as an artist and my reflection of my past life versus my life that I'm living now.
Oh, that's dope.
Very spiritual when it comes to open-minded,
So I want to kind of get into, like, your relationships. Like, are you, when it comes to, like, a relationship and your family life and your friendships, how are you able to balance all of that, plus having a music career, putting out content, management? How do you balance all of that? And are, like, some things, like, hard for you?
I'm going to say this. God. For me, for my relationship, first comes God. And
shout
then,
out to God.
Shout out to God, because without him, I wouldn't be here.
None of us.
And then just my relationships when it comes to my family is most important. And then it comes to my love relationship. And then it comes to whatever other relationships that I have. As I've really invested myself more into the industry and the opportunities that I've built, and as I've grown, I had to unfortunately let go of a lot of relationships. A lot of people that I thought were, my day ones, they weren't it, and it hurt me, but I had to push myself in order to be able to be the person that I want to be today. So when it comes to balancing, I'm still kind of, trying to learn here and there, because we all won't have the answers, you know what I mean? All we could do is try at the end of the day. So I'm just in love with how I move. I'm very confident within myself. And like I said, shout out to God, man. Without God, I wouldn't be able to be so balanced as I am when it comes to handling pressure and everything like that.
Have you dealt with, like, jealousy from your friends, like, because you don't have as much time to spend with them, or because you kind of be in Hollywood now, like, you got to go to the studio all the time now, you ain't kicking it like that no more, or in like in your, like, relationships with other people, like, do they feel like you don't want to spend time with them because you're so about your music now? Do you ever get that?
100%, but it becomes one question when you narrow it down. It's one question: how bad do you want it? How bad do you want your success? Because there's going to be times where you might have to stop talking to family to be able to be focused.
For real, because man, they be getting in the way.
Right.
For somebody that doesn't know you, what song would you tell them to listen to first?
Listen to my single called Better Days. That was, it was, I don't have too much music out at the moment, more like SoundCloud. But for somebody that's just getting to know who Contagious is, I would definitely say listen to Better Days, because that's something that I felt like was my baby. And I was going through a lot of emotions at that time. But it really described what I was going through. So
I'll put a link in the description box so you guys can check that out. Better Days. He said that's the one you should listen to first. Do you want to sign with a label? I mean, some people are, like, not wanting to sign with major labels anymore. They kind of just want to do their own thing because they can build off of their audience.
So I agree with you. I'm definitely down to sign to a label, but I'd rather be independent. Independent is where it comes when you want freedom. So distribution, I'm 100% in. Signing to a label and signing my life away, I'm good. I really need my freedom when it comes to being the best creative artist and human that I can be.
That's beautiful.
For sure. Yeah.
That's what's up. Can you leave our viewers with some positive messages?
Never allow where in the past to reflect on where you are now. setback was being in foster care and being in the system. But it took, 5 years ago, literally, it took one decision that changed my whole life. And I signed myself out to go follow my vision. And I left to LA. I moved to LA. So that's pretty much it. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. Guess what? If you fall 200 times, 2,000 times, and you're, 75 years old, it don't matter about age is nothing but a number. Just go after it and keep going and keep going.
That's some powerful advice and wisdom from Contagious, you guys. Wow. Sure. Dope advice. What do you have coming up next? Can you tell us what you have coming out? What can we expect?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely actually working in the lab now on a lot of big projects. But I do have a lot of dope music on SoundCloud. You can check me out, The Official Contagious. And then also a lot on my Instagram where I do covers to some of your favorite artists. And yeah, you can check me out on there. Follow me at The Official Contagious _. I'm also active on Twitter here and there. That's Contagious3. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. But for the most part, I'm really, really working on something special for the audience and for my people. Y'all are the reason why I keep going hard. So I can't wait for y'all to really, really hear what I have in stores for you guys.
That's his social media. Everything he just said is in the description box below, you guys. Check him out. His music is fire. He has dope covers. He has all kind of stuff going on. He's a very versatile type of artist. Thank you so much. We appreciate you over here. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to doing this again.
Of course. Anytime. You got to come back and tell us your progress. So yeah, subscribe, you guys. Subscribe.
Love.
See you next week.
I've been holding this heart, this deep expression.